am William Wallace. And I see a whole army of my countrymen here in defiance of tyranny. You've come to fight as free men. And free men you are. What will you do with that freedom? Will you fight? Many years from now, would you be willing to trade all the days from this day to that for one chance, just one chance, to come back here and tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom?
It has been found again. What eternity? It is the sea, fled away with the sun.
Hollywood elites are an enemy of mankind, continually acting contrary to our best interests, and breaking every God-given taboo known to man, including the sanctity of children. Gibson said, "I don't know how to break it to you gently. Hollywood is institutionalized pedophilia. They are using and abusing kids. They churn through a huge amount of kids every year. Their spiritual beliefs, if you can call them that, direct them to harvest the energy of kids. They feast on this stuff and they thrive on it," the Hacksaw Ridge director said. "There is a creative and loving force inside most of us that guides us through life. These people don't have this. For them, it's the opposite." According to Mel Ggibson, who has spent 30 years in and out of Hollywood's system, the industry elites thrive on pain, trauma, stress, abuse, and suffering. Hollywood is drenched in the blood of innocent children. For a long time, all the references to pedophilia and cannibalism were symbolic or elusive, but I was personally introduced to this practice in the early 2000s. But according to Gibson, this isn't a flavor-of-the-month perversion, popular among men and women who have grown bored of standard-issue sins. This isn't anything new. If you do some research, you will see it is a metaphysical, alchemical phenomenon, and you find it behind the scenes in all dark eras in history. It's a dark, multi-dimensional occult art and practice, used by secret societies in the last few hundred years for social programming and mind control, and raised to a zenith by Hollywood and America in our era.
It's a symptom. It's a symptom of a very deep sickness that afflicts the church. It did not happen overnight. If anyone's familiar with the missives of Archbishop Vigano, he says that the seeds of erosion of the church were sown with the reforms of Vatican II, and I agree with him. He suggests even that we scrap the whole thing and go back and do it the way it was before. And how are we supposed to know the good guys from the bad guys? Well, we were given a standard by which to judge them. You know, by their fruits, you'll know them. By their fruits. Anybody seen any good fruit lately? No. It's tough. And look, I'm a pretty sinful guy. I mean, I'm as venal as the next guy. But I know the difference between a shepherd and a hireling. And I think that the vast majority of these bishops are just a bunch of hirelings, you know. And my question is, you know, like, who's hiring them? I don't think it's Jesus. Is it Francis? Who's hiring Francis? Is it Pachamama? I mean, I think you need to look at the whole institution. And, you know, I'll quote Archbishop Vigano again in saying that he believes that there was a parallel counterfeit church set up to eclipse the real one. He's suggesting usurpation or an inside job. It seems that way. Anyway, of course, we know the gates of hell will not prevail against it. You know, the victory is God's, not ours. And it will flourish if we keep it in our hearts. It can flourish in our hearts and keep the faith.